In today's video, we'll see someone pour molten aluminum into an anthole, a very ingenious way to catch rats, and probably the best way to deal with those pesky mosquitoes. But first, let's take a look at this homemade contraption built specifically to catch horseflies. Fly and fall horsefly. Horseflies are excruciatingly painful biters. These flying devils are common around horses and cattle, as their name suggests, but they sometimes fly over to people to change up their menu a little bit. Good thing for us though, we can use commercially bought repellents to combat these flying pests, but for our horse friends and other animals, they're not so lucky. Of course, if you can't buy something, just go ahead and build one. A man built a trap to capture horseflies and it works disgustingly well. To make this trap, the first thing you're going to need is a black garbage bag, and you're going to cover the surface of a recessed table or pit. Place water with some dish soap in the pit and then make a contraption that can hold 2 plexiglass sheets above the surface, angling it at about 45 degrees to make a half-open cover for the pit. Once a horsefly comes over to go near the black surface, it'll hit the glass and slide into the water, drowning in a matter of seconds. Mosquitoes. I think mosquitoes are the worst kinds of pests, but that's just my opinion. These insects have annoying bites that result in itchy skin, and they can also be very dangerous. They can cause deadly diseases like dengue fever and malaria. These bloodsuckers are especially annoying during rainy seasons, where stagnant water is a common breeding ground for mosquito larvae. Overall, these animals are just better dead than alive around your home. Prevention is better than cure, and in the case of mosquitoes, there are a few ways to keep these insects away. One of these ways is to get rid of stagnant water around your house. Stagnant water is a breeding ground for mosquitoes, so if there aren't any around you, no mosquitoes as well. If by chance that getting rid of all sources of stagnant water is impossible, just add dish soap into the mix. Like I said before, dish soap kills mosquitoes and reduces the surface tension of water, rendering them unable to stand on the water's surface, which leads to them drowning. The dish soap will also suffocate mosquito larvae, so it'll be hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. You could also use mosquito lamps, and this is a less do-it-yourself approach, but these lamps have been proven effective in capturing and suffocating these biters. If you have these flying devils around your area, I think it's time to test out the DIY or get the lamp for good measure. An anti-masterpiece. Ants are interesting if annoying creatures. They build awesome multi-chambered homes called anthills. Though they don't look like it from the surface, anthills can actually go deeper than we think. Much like an iceberg, we only ever get to see the tip of an anthill, and beneath it are millions of these tiny insects. Needless to say, having a couple of million ants in your backyard isn't really ideal, but here's one way to get rid of them. One effective way to get rid of an invading ant colony is through anthill casting. This unique process gets rid of a colony fast, and the resulting product is quite artistic. During this process, an anthill would be poured over by molten aluminum, and the aluminum would then run down the mound's crevices and exterminate the ants in the process. Once the aluminum is cool enough to dig out, the resulting product is a sculpture that maps down the entire ant farm from floor to surface. This piece is genuine nature's art, and you can sell these on eBay for about $200 a piece. Get drunk on slugs. Slug problem in your home? Grab a beer. No, seriously, go grab a beer and make a trap for these slimy creatures. This beer trap is one of the most effective ways to get rid of these pests, and it's very easy to make. What you'll need for the trap is a glass, beer, a trowel, and a few sticks for good measure. To start, you're going to dig a hole on the ground in the area where you frequently see these critters. The hole should be deep enough for the beer cup to stand on, with the rim leveled with the soil. After that, you should fill the glass with beer just enough to make it half full. When that's done, put a few sticks on top of the glass just to keep the glass from overflowing once your sluggy friends start falling over. Leave the trap overnight and come back in the morning, and by then you will see a few unfortunate slugs who have had a little too much to drink. Wasps. Wasps are painful stingers, more so than bees. They don't normally go into homes, but every now and then 1 or 2 will meander into an unsuspecting person's home, which, although shouldn't be a cause for panic, is still one of concern. Many people are allergic to their stings, and these things can cause a serious case of anaphylactic shock that can send one to the hospital, or even worse, the morgue. Fortunately, there is a simple and surprisingly fragrant way to prevent these guys from entering your house. Wasps hate peppermint oil, so a natural combatant of wasps would be a simple solution of water and peppermint oil in a spray bottle. Simply spray the mix on a wasp's nest and near places they live on in your property. The smell makes it so bad for them that they wouldn't want to return to that place, and it also kills off larvae and eggs for the ones that are already there. Pretty convenient. Soapy water repellent. To make this, you would need 1 cup of oil, any kind should be fine, and 1 tablespoon of dishwashing soap that doesn't have bleach or degreaser. Combine these ingredients in a cup of warm water until they're dissolved, and when that's done, you can then transfer the potion to a spray bottle and spray away at your plants. The magic mix is perfect for small, soft-bodied insects that like to feed on your plants like aphids, mealbugs, and spider mites. It's mild and very plant-friendly, so it's not going to be an issue for plant lovers out there. When in doubt, though, horticultural sprays are also good alternatives, and you don't have to be a DIY person for it. Fruit fly. Fruit flies are pesky but not necessarily dangerous, and in fact they prefer not to go near humans at all. Fruit flies are more attracted to sweet and rotting smells, so it's easy to trap them than most insects. To get rid of these critters, all you need is some apple cider vinegar and some dish soap. To make this, put some apple cider vinegar in a bowl and then add some drops of dish soap to the mix. Once that's done, place the glass or bowl in an open space that they usually stay in and just wait for the results to happen. Fruit flies are attracted to the smell of the cider vinegar and will attempt to land on the surface. The rotating rat trap. Rats are problems we hate dealing with. Find one in your home and panic ensues, at least most of the time. Rats are responsible for a lot of dangerous diseases, such as leptosporiasis and the henna virus, so it's a good thing that there have been a lot of advancements in the rat trap industry, ranging from the basic glue traps to the more technologically advanced spring traps. And then there are traps like this one right here. The rotating rat trap is simple and easy to make. To start, you just need to have a bucket, a plastic bottle, wire, and bait. First, you need to make a hole on each side of the bucket big enough that the wire can go through both sides. Do the same thing to the bottle and make sure it's skewered from cap to bottom. Afterward, have the wire go through the bucket and bottle like a roller and attach each end of the wire to the bucket. Lay the bait at the bottom of the bucket and place the trap in place, and then place sticks or brooms on the sides of the bucket to help the rats climb over. Keep it overnight, and by the next day, you're gonna get rats in a bucket. Be careful when handling the trap afterward if you don't want a bunch of rats climbing on you. Cockroaches. Cockroaches are notorious house pests that can be seen everywhere. They are pests because of their filthy habits and bad smell. Some people may become allergic to cockroaches after frequent exposure, and they can sometimes play a role as carriers of intestinal diseases such as diarrhea, dysentery, typhoid fever, and cholera. Although there is little evidence linking roaches to specific disease outbreaks, it's important to keep these pests away just to be on the safe side. Keeping your surroundings clean is the best way to prevent a roach infestation. Weekly cleaning should be enough to keep these roaches at bay, and as long as the food is stored correctly, you're guaranteed a cockroach-free home. Glue traps are the easiest to use. Just put the trap in an infested area and put the bait in the middle, and then you just have to wait for the insects to bite before you can throw them out. Another way to get rid of these pests is through pesticides. This way is far more effective, but not good for the environment and your health if you're constantly exposed. Pitfall trap. Pitfall traps are literally just that. Traps where insects fall into it and then become captured. It's typically used to capture critters for laboratory research, and it's an easy way to find out what insects thrive around your garden. Mind you, this trap is not an insect killer, but it is a trap that can help get rid of bugs once you know what you're after. The materials you need to make this are similar to the materials you would need to beer trap slugs, just minus the beer. You would need a plastic glass, a few sticks, and a trowel or shovel, whichever works. First off, you need to dig a hole in the ground and place the cup in the pit, have it then deep enough that you can have the rim of the cup reach the soil surface, and then cover the cup with sticks. Remember to space them evenly to allow the bugs to fall over and not climb back up. We then leave them overnight, and by morning a few bugs will be squirming around your cup. This trick is more often used by entomologists or researchers that study insects as a way to discover endemic creatures that live within the areas on a micro level. See you guys next time!